Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Ways and Wind, where on my way to Adagim, I encountered this elf, a Samitai. What does he have to say?
Be wary, adventurer.
If you go much further, you will reach the borders of Adagim. Why, he answered my question already. The blight runs deep, and the land has grown foul here. The people here do not see many outsiders, and many may be wary. But if you wish to venture into the marsh, I am confident that you will find many who could use your help. If you make your way through these marshes to the northeast, you will reach a grove known as Larvarth. When you arrive, you can find Tavriel, and he can tell you more about what awaits you in Adagim. Okay, so I need to find a place called Livarth. I suppose so. Let's then head in and see what we can find. Sure, looks like there's somebody else here. Does he have anything else to say to me?
Wait a moment, newcomers. Few come this way, save the orcs.
Well, I'm definitely not an orc. In fact, I tend to pursue orcs and kill them. I hope you don't mind that. Anyway, few come here but orcs, and it is my duty to keep watch for any who stray this far into the wood. What business have you in Adagim? Well, I'm just passing through my way south, but I am looking for cured ones somewhere along the way. Well, I stopped and spoke with her briefly a few hours ago, and as I have stopped you. She said that she possessed a salve that might cure us all of the lag davrit. If only it might be true. She passed northeast in the direction of Lavarth. If you head that way too, might I trouble you to defeat some of the orcs that lurk beside the path? They seem untroubled by the noisome fumes that now fill the air, and it is our burden to thin their numbers before they become emboldened. They have fashioned two camps near here, Malthark and Monk Grazoth. And if you defeat these creatures, you will be aiding both the Kintai and your friend Kiridwan. Well, and also I am sure that Gandalf or Inca, whatever he's calling himself these days, will also appreciate it. As perhaps maybe Glorfindel. Alright, there we go. Let's now head into, I guess, the rotting wood, the Moulder-wood, or whatever they call this place. Okay. Definitely a horn. Alright. Welcome to the Moulder-wood. Leave your sanity at the door. Okay. Orc barricade. Your examination of the barricade erected in the woods reveals that it is clearly of orc make, part of a line stretching from north to south between Imhilar and Adagim. Harsh cries from the southeast signal the presence of a large encampment of orcs. The Kentai, who make their homes deeper in the woods, would likely appreciate it if you could deprive the orcs of their lives and their weapons. Once you have done that, you can bring their weapons to the grove of Lavarth, which is reportedly to the northeast of here, along the blighted trees of Adagim. Okay, examine the line of orc-made barricades. Okay, so that's what it says. It actually says find the entrance of Marthuk southeast of the barricades discovered. Okay. Now this is also defeat orcs from Marthuk or Mark Razak in Nightgate. So therefore this orc will not count then for this quest. Actually no, it does count. I guess because the orc's close enough to the target area. Okie dokie. New deed? Of course. Orc Slayer or something like that, most likely. Well, head on forward. This is most definitely an orc camp. New deed, threats of Otagame. Malthark. Well, let's deal with some of these orcs. Deprive these orcs of their weapons and report to the Kintai. Okay. Well, it looks like many people have decided to take on the opportunity to help the Kintai in this area. So, let us help in this endeavor, as then we'll be able to head on our way, alright? Wait, there are a lot of orcs here. Perhaps I didn't mean to go after all of them at once, but it is what I have done, and we will persevere. Eventually. There we go. Let's get the energy back. Oh, deadly knives defeated. There we go. Nice. I'm sure I'll find more orcs around here without any trouble. Now, the tricky thing here, of course, is that we're level 150, and these are level 151 orcs. I may have to do something about that between episodes. There we go. I think we caused enough destruction to the orcs in the area. We will, of course, kick out a few as we, in fact, take care of one of their captains as we head out the way. I believe this will be the exit towards our target, Livart, or whatever they call the place. Does the guy take any damage? Probably not. Yeah. Definitely need to sharpen my weapons a little bit before the next episode. Yeah, I'm sure you'd want to dodge these spears, but you're not going to be dodging them. You're going to be dying by them. By little pinpricks, it looks like, at the rate I'm going at the moment. There you go. This place looks sick. It's the only word I could think of. Sick. 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 Really sick. Even the boglurkers look sick. Yuck. Really sick. It looks like some sort of a fungus, or is that some sort of... No, I don't even want to guess what it is if it's not a fungus of some sort. Reminds me a little bit of those orcs in Moria in the bottom part. I guess the Globsnaga, I think they were called, or something like that. Well... And we've got crocodile. Well, the crocodiles actually look healthier than most others. Maybe. Okay. A nasty bite, I must say. But yes. They don't look as sick, at least. They could still be sick internally. Hold on. What's this coming at us? A rat. Well, I suppose that you could wind up with diseases from rats no matter how healthy they look. Well, let's continue on our way. Speaking of sick... What in the world are these some sort of weird pods. You stand by these pods in the blight and are struck by the curious feeling, a realization that the Lag Davrit, the pale blight, possesses a strange beauty that draws the eye. How many distracted travelers must fall prey to the crocodiles and spiders hiding nearby? Well, I haven't been eaten by one yet. You decide to seize the teeth and venom sacs of these creatures' most deadly weapons and leave them in the care of the Kentai of Levant. It's a nearby elf grove in Oregon. So I need to collect teeth from crocodiles and venom sacs from spiders. Well, there's a crocodile. I mean, I was able to face one of them. What about another one? Assuming I could get a nice, effective chunk out of it with the original ambush. And this is why crocodiles often like to stay in the water. At least the ones that stay alive. Okay, well, I wasn't looking to fight any rats. Because the quest doesn't ask me to kill rats. But if the rats insist on a battle, I suppose we must. Now, I have seen a spider or two around here, but none at the moment. So, I'll just have to go and kill a few more crocodiles and keep an eye out for spiders, and then all would be well, except for the crocodiles, I suppose. And these things are big enough to chomp my head off. Then again, I suppose if you're a hobbit, there are plenty of things that are big enough to chomp your head off. Ah! Here's a spider. Let's see what we could do against it. We need venom sacs from spiders. We can do that. Assuming we don't fall victim to the venom ourselves, right? There you go. One venom sac. I'm sure I'll run to a few more along the way. I finally caught up to the pods. This place is very, very annoying to find. I was coming in from the west side, but I've not found any good ways to get in it from the west. What I have found were orcs and many rocks. Many rocks. Now, this is a place I need to approach from the east. Unfortunately, I came in from the west, and the rocks keep on pushing me south. And I had to get east of this place. I don't want to be south of it. I want to be east of it so that I could actually get in. And of course, we got these stupid trees. These elite horns. I don't feel like fighting elite horns. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and see what this quest is. Then we'll worry about what's in the area. Lurkers, large and small. Defeat rats and fen lurkers. Well, I'll worry about those later. I want to find the entrance, which means getting east of the place and a little bit less south. There we go. Hey, did I finally find it? Maybe? It's just one big mass of rocks. Maybe not. Actually, this looks a little bit more promising. But promises can be broken. Yikes, 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 ouch, itch, ooch, each. Yikes. I'm sure there is a nice, comfortable, easy way to get here. And maybe around the 5th time I play through this, I will actually finally figure out what it is. But for now, just find a nice, comfortable place that is east and north of it and get in that way. Well. Okay, well, I got by that one. Got by that. Hey! Finally through! And I immediately get attacked by an orc. Apparently. Really? Deserter skirmisher. What did you desert from? You deserted from the desert, maybe? I don't know. Oh, okay, let's avoid the hostile trees. Well, maybe I was about to say out of the woods, but it's not out of the woods I want to be. I want to be out of the rocks. Ah, okay, I see the fires up ahead. And the fires, that's where I am heading. Of course, getting by the fires is an entirely different matter. First, you have the nice, lovely red borders that tell you where they are. Oh, okay. Hey, I found the elf group. Alright, I have found Levarth. Let's get down here. Maybe someday I could reverse engineer the way out and determine from that what the way in is. Okay, I have found Levarth and I need to speak with Talabru. Oh yeah, I also need to deposit the venom sacks there. A barricade in the woods. Okay, the deadly knives you collected from Marthark rest upon a number of other orc weapons. It would appear that I'm not the only traveler, not a game who seeks to help the Kintai. Alright. And apparently we also have the deed for doing quests in the area. To truly make the forest safe for travelers, something must be done to combat the Pale Blight. But by depriving some of Vadageem's deadliest predators of their weapons, you have made a start. The Kintai of Levarth will know that you dispose of the dangerous items that you brought them. Okay, here we go. Now, someone to speak with. Albirol looks like someone who's in charge.
How can I help?
Greetings, young warden. So, you have met Summitai during your travels? I'm glad to hear that he is well. Welcome. This is Levarth, a grove of the Kintai, and I am its tender. I work to protect it from the blight ravaging this land. Okay. How's it going?
Greetings. I am Talbira.
You do not
Grove is Levarth. Welcome.
You do not seem familiar with Vadageem. This marsh can be quite dangerous. Oh, please allow me to tell you more. All right. So, what else is going on here?
Lead that man.
While traveling through the marsh, you have seen for yourself the rot that has consumed the forest of Vadageem, or, as it is better known in this time, the Moulder-wood. This rot is known as the Pale Blight. You may have seen how it affected some of the lands to the west as well. The Kintai here are doing everything that we can to fight back against the infection, but our efforts seem to be a losing battle. This used to be a beautiful and green land until years ago, when the Ordokai invaded and cracked the earth with a din of stone. That unleashed the pestilence that killed the trees, poisoned our waters, and caused fungal growths to appear everywhere. They cracked the earth with a din of stone, right? And Talabirol looks distraught in recalling the event. Oh, sorry, friend. I need but a moment. Okay.
Lead that man.
Yes, thank you. These events have caused us so much pain. They can be difficult to recall. We are doing what we can, but my people have abandoned many of our groves already, and left them to fester and rot and become overwhelmed with the beasts of the forest, now twisted in blight consuming them. This grove, Livar's, and the main settlement to the west, Sud Madash, are the last that remain unspoiled, though, as you can see, it is not without cost. I worry that this land and my people will eventually fall. You are either brave or naive to come here, Warden, though, if you wish to help, there is much that you can do in these marshes. Oh, I'm sure there is. There always
May
is.
nature's blessings find you.
If you choose to help, I have many tasks that you could use an extra hand. I know not of the others, as I remain within Livarth, but I am certain that they will be in need of help as well. Thank you for giving me the chance to tell you of these lads. Be safe, adventurer. Ottagain is no longer a forgiving place.
Livard has not been safe from the dead blight.
I suppose it is not. Now, I think let's take care of the epic. Then I could speak to him of the next step later.
The fungal corruption has begun to work on this grove as well, despite the efforts of its tenders.
Yeah. See the mark of the blight there and there? My heart is heavy, and I have only just arrived. Imagine how it must feel to live in this wood and watch the corruption advance with the passage of the hours and of the days. Alright, so let's see, we have... okay, there she is. Well, so what have we got to do? I guess we will speak with Shadalit here and also with Tyler Brawl to see what I can do to help these, and perhaps maybe to stem the blight. Let's find that out in the next episode of The Song of Waves and Wind.